Throughout the years, NBA has become a highly regulated, multi-billion-dollar industry. Moreover, it's recognized, thanks to the NBA, that basketball became worldwide. Naturally, most NBA fans know the majority of rules in the game. This includes personal fouls, double dribble, traveling, and others that are pretty familiar. However, there are some regulations that most fans and even players don't recognize. These are some of the dumbest basketball rules that have ever been created. Number 1, no shatter rule. There were always people with enough strength and skill to dunk the ball through the hoop throughout NBA history. Some of the greatest NBA highlights consist of monster dunks followed by the backboard shattering and raining glass all over. However, the first NBA player who shattered the board, Chuck Connors, didn't do it with the dunk. While playing for the Boston Celtics in November 1946, Connors took a shot during the warm-ups and hit the front of the rim. However, as the workers in the arena didn't install the protective piece, the backboard cracked. Ever since then, multiple players have enjoyed crashing backboards, including Shaq. Therefore, the NBA redesigned it, making it tough to damage. Also, they introduced a new rule set, penalizing the breakers. During a match, if a player dunks so hard that they shatter the backboard, the point is not counted and the player in question receives a technical foul. Never mind that she didn't intend to break the board. That is crazy. For the next one, we have the rule related to free throws. Number 2, long free throws are a no-no. Most coaches tell the players to take their time on a free throw, to get into the zone before making the shot. Well, you have to learn to get into the zone quickly if you want to avoid committing a foul. NBA star Dwight Howard has been penalized before for taking too long during a free throw. And you'll be penalized too if you take longer than 10 seconds at the foul line. Dwight should go for a bit faster, right? Okay, jump to the next one. We have some really weird rules, not only for players, but also owners. Number 3, NBA owners can't be business partners. NBA players are quite wealthy, and many choose to invest a part of their wealth in another sports franchise. However, when Kevin Garnett decided to invest in AS Roma, the football club, he wasn't allowed to. Is that even possible? He wasn't allowed to because the principal owner of AS Roma also owns a part of the Boston Celtics. This is a very strange rule, and I doubt the referee ever calls a foul for it during the game. Next one, we have the timeout rules. Number 4, timeouts are a must. Everyone knows that during NBA games, each team receives 6 timeouts that they can use anywhere in the middle of the game. However, there's a catch. There is a rule stating that teams must use 4 of these 6 timeouts, and they must save at least 1 timeout for the 4th quarter. If they don't, the referee will call for a timeout and the team receives a technical foul. This rule has kept in place so that TV networks airing during the game can use the break to air commercials. Let's jump to our next one. We have jump ball rules. Number 5, jump ball must be on the right side. During the jump ball, players must ensure that they are lined up on the correct side of the court, facing the basket that they are shooting into. If the players are not lined up correctly when the game begins, the referee can call a foul within 24 seconds, after which the game must be restarted. But if the referee happens to miss out on the player's positioning or doesn't call the foul within 24 seconds, the game continues. What if we got some more people on the court, guys? It would be fascinating. Number 6, the 6th man rule. Back in the day, there was a rule in the NBA that allowed a team to field 6 players instead of the usual 5. Of course, teams had to be very discreet about it and would only send the 6th man on the court if the referee was being inattentive. If the referee didn't notice the 6th man before the team scored, the point would count. Be ready for the next one because it will be related to the game report. Number 7, the last 2-minute report. One of the most controversial secret NBA rules is the last 2-minute report. This is a report that is issued by the league after every game, which reviews all of the calls made by the referees in the last 2 minutes of the game. The purpose of this report is to provide transparency and accountability for the officials' decisions. However, many fans and players have criticized the last 2-minute report, arguing that it can lead to more scrutiny and pressure on referees, who are already under a great deal of stress during the games. Some players have even gone as far to say that report should be eliminated, as it can cause more harm than good. At number 8, we have the restricted area rules. Number 8, the restricted area. Another secret NBA rule that many fans may not be aware of is the restricted area. This is a painted arc that is located underneath the basket, which is designed to protect players from dangerous collisions. If a defender is inside the restricted area when an offensive player is attempting to dunk or lay up the ball, a blocking foul will be called. The restricted area has been in place for several years, but it is still a source of confusion and controversy amongst fans and players. Some argue that the area is too small and that it can be difficult for defenders to avoid contact with offensive players. Others argue that the area is necessary to prevent serious injuries and that the players need to be more aware of their surroundings. At number 9, we have one of the most famous rules related to the legend himself, Shaquille O'Neal. Number 9, the hack-a-Shaq strategy. The hack-a-Shaq strategy is a secret NBA rule that has been used by teams for years to try to gain an advantage over their opponents. The strategy involves intentionally fouling a poor free throw shooter, such as Shaquille O'Neal, to force him to go to the free throw line. This strategy can be effective in certain situations, as it can force the opposing team to take their star player out of the game or limit his effectiveness. However, it can also backfire, as it can give the other team easy points and momentum.
We had a discussion about the so-called hack-a-Shaq, and I know we sent a release out already. We adopted a new rule there. I would say it's not everything that some people were looking for us.
Number 10, the no dunking during warm-ups rule. Another secret NBA rule that many fans may not be aware of is the no dunking during warm-ups rule. This rule is in place to prevent players from injuring themselves or each other during pre-warm-ups. The rule is strictly enforced, and players who violate it can face fines and suspensions. While the rule may seem like a minor deal, it can have a significant impact on the game. Players who are used to dunking during warm-ups may not be able to perform at their best during the game, as they have not had the opportunity to fully warm up their muscles and get into a rhythm. I mean, maybe they don't like you to shatter the backboard again, right? For the 11th position, we have, number 11, the under review rule.
Review. The play has been ruled a common foul. Although we are in the penalty, it will be a 2-shot foul.
The under review rule is another secret NBA rule that has been implemented in recent years. This rule allows referees to review certain calls, such as an out of bounds and goaltending, using video replay. If the call is overturned, the game is stopped and the correct call is made. While the under review rule has been largely successful in improving the accuracy of calls, it has also led to some controversy and confusion. Some fans and players have argued that the reviews take too long and disrupt the flow of the game. What if you are stylish and you want to play basketball? You should look for this rule before you play. Number 12, style sticker ban. Dwayne Wade was one of the most fashionable basketball players of his time. In 2009, Wade wore a stylish printed bandana during a Miami Heat game. In turn, different tapes were used by Dwayne Wade, including an image of the American flag, the word "The Flash," Wade's nickname, and his name. The NBA soon banned Dwayne Wade and any player from wearing stickers like these. The tournament spokesman said that the style bans have no medical effect, and players only wear them because they want to stand out in style. No more style, Wade. For number 13, we have upside down headbands. Number 13, upside down headbands. Ban. Headbands are a versatile accessory for NBA players, keeping their hair neat, preventing sweat from running down the eyes, or covering a bald head are the uses of this accessory. However, in 2010, tournament organizers banned players from wearing headbands upside down for reasons of NBA image. The reverse logo of the headband will appear in front of millions of television viewers, so the organizers do not want this to affect the #1 basketball tournament on the planet. Number 15, staying in the game even when fouled out. Usually when the player receives the 6th foul, he has to sit out for the remainder of the game. However, this rule has an exception. It's when an NBA team is reduced to 4 players due to injuries and fouls. In that case, the last guy who got fouled out stays in the game because the NBA's weird rules say that there have to be 5 active players on each team. But what would happen if the fouled out player commits another foul? In that case, the team will get charged up with a technical, a team foul and a personal foul. Although foul punishment is more strict, this rule allows players to stay in the game. Number 16, mandatory rest. Over the last few years, the NBA has done many things to ensure their players' safety, and some died. The NBA recently made the rule for players to rest more. This regulation greatly diminishes the amount of practice a team can run throughout the year. Recently, some TV stations announced that the NBA made it mandatory for players to have at least 18 free days per season. This event led to players resting in the middle of the game, which the audience didn't love much. Also, many key players were sitting out early games in the playoffs. Needless to say, people were outraged, and some NBA officials expressed the wish to ease up the mandatory rest rule. Last but not least, we have banned accessories. Number 17, banned accessories. The current regulations made the NBA regulation on dress code inside the court. Among banned things were ninja-style headbands, black masks, supreme sleeves, tinted glasses, do-rags, etc. Even wearing the team headband upside down was frowned upon. Out of court, there is a different story, and we could see NBA players in some quite extravagant fashion choices. Yet, there's one notable exception. In 2005, the NBA dress code was revised, banning Timberland boots during fan events and press conferences. This move was explained by the saying that there's a uniform for every public appearance of NBA players. Regardless of how dedicated a viewer they are, everyone knows the basic basketball rules, yet most fans and players aren't aware of some of them existing. A few of these top 10 rules are more logical than the others, and the common thing for all of them is that sometimes they come from behind. What are your favourite obscure NBA rules? Which one would you add to the list? Let us know. And if you liked the video, then hit the like and subscribe button below and comment down below the topics that you want to hear about next.